you're talking about that. Go ahead.
All right. Well, check this out. Timmy, you sell wine. Dusty, you sell pot. I still make big things small and cold things hot.
True that.
Yeah, it's Chef Seuss. Yeah. I'm now writing books under the name Chef Seuss.
Jesus, I did not try to make that a haiku.
Yeah, 1 ticket, 2 ticket, red ticket, blue ticket.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, I also only work 2 days a week, so that also is a little different. So
Yeah.
That sounds like a weekend, not a week.
it is a weekend. I only work the weekend as of right now until it cools down here in Arizona. Oh, I forgot to send you a photo. I meant to send one of you guys. Yesterday, I was in Tucson visiting my brother, and my car was registering 118 degrees.
Fucking A.
It
Yeah,
sounds
I forgot how hot it got.
Yeah.
Sounds like every single grill station I've ever worked.
Sounds
that.
like you were getting pretty close to being able to poach an egg.
Yeah, definitely getting there.
That's at 165. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
if
Getting
you put it
close.
on the,
Yeah, you put it on the blacktop.
Yeah. Or if you just left all the windows up and didn't have a sunshade or anything in the car, I'm sure it gets pretty close to that.
Yeah. Just go into the store, roll up all your windows, and park in the sun and leave an egg and some water and just see what happens.
And your pet.
Don't leave your pet. Unless it's your pet egg.
Too many fucking people do that. Like leave their pets in the cars. That makes me break windows at Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen people that do it, which is a good way of doing it, where it's like the car's running and they've got a little sign that says the air conditioning's on and he's listening to his favorite song. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's kind of all right, because typically you're running into a bank or something like that or whatever, where it's
Yeah.
going to be like 5 minutes and big deal. He's cooler than I am walking to the bank. So or she, whatever.
Yeah. The dog's doing just
For some
fine.
reason. For some reason, to me, dogs are always he's and cats are always she's. I have no idea why, but that's just me.
It's just the way the world works. No, yeah. No,
Absolutely, I guess.
when you were young, didn't your parents tell you about the cats and the dogs?
Holy Jesus. Well, let's rock and roll this shit. Why don't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chewed Up and Spit Out. As always, I'm just Dusty.
And I'm still Jeff.
And I'm Timmy, aka the Fat Chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your beard's getting fatter these days.
You're getting, yeah. you got very good beard work. So.
Not really. Actually, it's actually shorter than it was a few weeks ago. I don't know. When I cut my hair, I trimmed my beard as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you went.
but it's looking
full
nicer,
line guy.
Oh, you like, knocked it down to like 8 inches?
Yeah, I didn't want to have a beard longer than my penis, so I had to bring it down.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like when you're trying to look over your beard to find your penis.
Yeah.
No, that's over my gut. Come on, you know that. You should know better than that.
Well, when your beard gets low enough, the gut just pushes it out.
Yeah, there's that. That's another thing that I'm not used to, is like having to be presentable when I go to work. Not like, hungover and smoked half a pack of cigarettes before work and down like 3 energy drinks. I have to actually be like literally presentable and ready to talk to people.
Yeah. It's a whole different game. I'm in the same boat where I now have to be a presentable guy. And I like it because
Yeah.
I get to use my shorts. But I also realized that I had way more work clothes than I did street clothes. So I've got like
Agreed.
4 or 5 shirts to work in to rotate through that are, decent shirts. And the rest are like
Yeah.
old kitchen shirts. And some of them I just have sentimental value with, so I won't throw them out. Like, no, I need that
I definitely know
greased
that
up
one is.
fucking bleach stained shirt from 4 kitchens ago.
Because it just feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if I want to go out to a place that's semi-formal, but I also want to flex hard that I can make barbecue. You know?
Then you wear your bathrobe.
You wear your bathrobe. Yeah, no underwear.
Flip
Ah,
flops.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
On a windy day.
on a windy day. Yeah.
You know,
I actually was
actually,
talking about barbecue today with a customer of mine. It's kind of fun.
all right, like did you like get into the food science of it, or were you just like a gabbity?
More just gabbity gabbity. I don't know how deep this guy got into doing it, but I was telling him about how this guy in Texas, when he does his wrap, he's waxing. He's lining the wrapping paper with beef tallow, so that while it's
Ooh.
smoking, it's kind of being infused with beef tallow. And how I wanted to try that out. So
All right, you mentioned like a paper, so like you're using like the Texas crutch, basically, where
yeah,
you,
absolutely.
yeah, all right. But laying the inside of that with tallow, or I'd say like maybe even like prosciutto, would be a very fantastic way to go.
That'd be fancy.
Sure.
I mean,
That's some fancy man stuff right there.
if you're gonna cheat, might as well cheat the best.
Why even use paper? Just use more prosciutto.
No shit. Huh?
Yeah.
Now,
That would be an interesting way, an expensive way, but interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait till I win the lottery.
prosciutto wrapped brisket, smoked for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I mean, we could wrap it in prosciutto, put a little duxelle and some puff pastry, and we've got ourselves a gigantic beef Wellington. I think just by saying that, Captain Fuckass got a heart on in his bed right now.
Now, that's what you call beef American. Yeah.
Yeah.
The beef
Beef
Wellington
American.
is when you use the tenderloin. Beef American's when you use the slow cooked brisket.
It's the most you could do an instant beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Captain Fuckass. He's probably got a hard on just thinking about his own first name.
Captain.
Wow, that's probably true.
Because I mean, yeah, if that's your name, you leave out the fuck
I don't
ass
think you can
part. It's like, ooh.
I mean, real talk, I don't think he can actually get a heart on anymore, but that's just me. So
But if you wrap enough prosciutto around it,
You can squeeze a hard on out of that.
yeah. Are you wearing
I'll
a condom
fix it with some
already?
prosciutto and a chopstick.
Yeah, exactly. I got this.
He's got like a creme brulee torch just to like fucking stiffen it up a little bit.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the creme brulee torch doesn't touch the prosciutto. He just burns his arm with it. He's sick like that. Yeah. This will help stiffen it up. Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's probably not too far from the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. Like, we're supposed to talk about food tonight, right?
I think we did. I think we talked about wrapping a dick in prosciutto.
It's like a Sonoran dog, a bacon wrapped hot dog.
It's a Sonoran dong.
You even got a bean bag underneath it. It's not beans, but a bean bag. And if you play with it enough, mayonnaise comes out.
I could just see that. Just why'd you punch me in the balls? I asked for refried beans.
Well, if we have any illustrators out there, we could make a cartoon out of this last one. The Sonoran dog.
The Sonoran dog.
Don't want Samoan dogs on that one. Holy Jesus. This went
that
down a
is
track.
definitely right.
Yeah, all right. So like you're slinging wine to people who apparently like are 66% like Caucasian, maybe like
I mean, that's my uneducated guess with the limited time I've spent at the vineyard that I'm at. But yeah, I'd say at least probably like 60-40, if not more like 70-30 split for Caucasian. And I'd say that's almost also similar to like people over the age of 40 and people under the age of 40.
I was going to ask you if you sold anything to anyone under the age of 60.
Why?
Well, my last table, or my last 4 guests of the night or day. It's not night. I'm still not used to saying day because I don't like working days. But neither here nor there. We're all girls from Phoenix that were like 25, 26. I actually had to check an ID. I was surprised. I was like, I better just do this because I should.
Obligations.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
from your years of being a doorman.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the funny thing at my job is you have to like overly check IDs because everything is riding on like ID checking. So everyone like say I was in the middle of making a cell and I had to do something and I passed it off to you to finish, you'd have to check their ID for posterity's sake. And you could realistically, like, you could theoretically get away without it. But the truth is, like, you have a lot riding on that ID being right. So it's always you have to have a 10,000% trust factor in anyone. And then also a camera could look back and see and be like, well, he didn't check an ID, so, yeah. He doesn't check IDs.
All right, so 10,000% trust factor versus a $10,000 personal fine plus a $10,000 fine to the business that you're working at.
Yeah. And it's a one-time shot.
Well,
it's a one-time shot, too, with your badge, where, like, if you fuck it up and your badge gets revoked, your badge is revoked.
Oh,
it's
for
done.
real? I didn't
You
know
can't
that.
go back into the industry. You're basically red listed as far as, like, nope, you're done. And I could be wrong, but that's what I've come to understand.
Are there, like, criminal charges involved, too?
There can be, for sure. If you don't check an ID and someone's
sell
a
to a
minor,
minor.
then that minor gets caught with your weed, then it's completely trackable who got that weed, like who sold them that weed. Then you go to jail for selling weed to a minor.
Well, geez.
Wow.
Go ahead and take
you
that
would at least
misdemeanor.
be potentially brought up on charges. I don't know about going to jail.
Yeah, I guess not go. I made that sound way harder than it was. I'm thinking Texas law.
Yeah.
Texas law, you go to jail till we hang your ass. You get strung up next Thursday. We got the hangman coming.
Have you met him
So,
yet? He's a really nice fellow.
He's a nice fellow. Loves to hang people.
Yeah.
His wife crochets, though. Interesting couple. All kinds.
Daughter's almost of age.
So your pot shop doesn't have a person that checks ID before people even basically enter the like sales floor or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, they do, but it's still.
Okay.
It's still a thing where it's like enough is riding on it that you want to you wanna check it yourself to make sure that John T. So and so didn't miss a line or pass a fake ID off your way that'll get you both fucked.
I got you. I know that in the liquor side of things for larger clubs, they'll take a picture of the ID to have it on file with the person that comes in. So that if something was wrong, it's like, well, I checked it, and I have a picture of me proving that I checked it and it was valid. So
that's cool. I don't think that would work for the weed shop world, though, just because so many people are still so timid.
Yeah, some of us got fucking warrants, all right?
people from other states, if they're coming in on vacation, a lot of them still have that stigma of like, this is illegal. Like, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, I want to try it and I want to enjoy it, and that'll change someone's perspective. But coming into it, there are always a lot of people who are like, I'm going to try this, but I'm still going to smoke it in a dark alley with a hood up. Like I'm that guy bootlegging movies.
Yeah, I'm the archbishop of like the Mormon church. I don't want to be like fucking having my ID taken.
Yeah, I don't want all 10 of my wives to smell it on me later.
Exactly.
I mean, I've definitely had that experience in Durango a few times where people are leaving town and they just sort of like, I helped somebody because their car died, so I jumped it, and they're like, oh, and by the way, I've got this like a couple of grams of weed that I'm not going to take with me. Will you take it from me? Because I was going to just throw it away.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke, but yeah, I'll take it. Why not?
I'll take it. It's free weed.
I'll pass it along to somebody.
It's collateral.
Yeah.
I've even been given like a pipe once and weed, because they're like, yeah, we're about to be going back to, Texas or Kansas or whatever, and I can't take this with me. Do you want this?
Well,
Yeah.
that's mighty kind of them. And for repurposing or like recycling illicit narcotics, good on you too.
I mean, I did that last time I was on Maui. I just dropped. I mean, it was to my cousin, but there was like that last gram or two I just handed to some dude on the beach as we were walking away from the beach. Like I think we even still had like a fat finger-sized joint that we were in the middle of smoking. Like, we gotta go. We're gonna miss the plane. Like, oh, hey, you. Rah, here.
There we go. And I do miss Maui. One of these days, I'll be back there.
Yeah.
Never been to Hawaii.
Yeah. You're going to go with us one of these days, Timmy. The second we get off
Right
the
on.
plane, I'm going to turn around and just yell, Howley! Run away.
Fucking Howley boy!
Look at these Howleys! Just start running. Fucking Howleys over there!
Jeez, Howley Boys invades Maui. That might be a fun episode.
Oh, yeah, it would. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, I used to be able to say I can handle myself, but nowadays I don't really know what I can do and can't. So
Dusty somehow came back without most of his teeth. Oddly, though, Timmy acquired more teeth.
I will steal. I will steal your teeth and replace my missing ones.
Shit. Fucking Hefe just took a walk. Haven't seen him. I'm sure I'll send back like utility monies.
Yeah, one trick I learned, Maui trick, never walk the shoreline.
Why is
Never
that?
walk the shoreline.
I mean, it's cool to walk down the shoreline and down the beach, but like if you're going from point A to point B, the quickest way is never to walk the shoreline.
Go find the nearest sidewalk.
Yeah. 'Cause I've done that before, and that was a total stone move where it's like got baked, and it was like just getting off work, and I'm like, well, town's like 2 bays that way. But if we go the other way, we got to go all the way back up to the road, so we can just walk down the beach over here. And it's like, whoa, whoa. 3 hours later, like halfway through the first bay, fuck it. Cut through the bushes, back to the road.
I'm now officially 2 days late for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's island time, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the most island excuse you could have. Well, why are you late to work? I accidentally took the shoreline trying to avoid traffic, and, now I'm at the beach.
It's going to take me a minute to get off the beach.
Yeah.
There's some sick waves that I just couldn't pass them up. Sorry.
Yeah, couldn't pass them up.
Fucking, you got the itis.
Got the itis, yeah.
Fucking the itis. I swear, like, everyone in this industry, like, after the pandemic has the itis. Like, nah, man, I'm not going to make it to work, well, right now. I mean, like, maybe later. Like, how's September sound,
Yeah.
Like, the fuck, you got the itis?
I'll sleep when I want, and I'll work when I'm dead.
For sure. I hope everybody in the world is not experiencing such like the kick in the nether regions that we are in the restaurant industry.
What they are. From what I've heard, they are. I mean, there is some funny sides to it. Like, I did read an article about how bad restaffing has been going back to Hawaii. And it was talking about how bad, like, how hard it is to get staff for all the things. And they had some quotes that just, like, made my morning. Because they were quotes from people, like, they had some quotes from local people, and they all made sense. They're like, people need to realize people live here. Like, there's shit to do. I know you're all on vacation, but some of us have shit to do. And then on the other side was, like, the tourist ones where it's like, I came into Maui and I was expecting to be able to do all the stuff I wanted to. And now I can't get a table at a restaurant until after 9 o'clock. And I had to move back my sunrise helicopter flight to around noon. It was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you fucker. You think life is rough. I hope you're. I don't.
And
I hope.
Because of that, I had to move my spa day to the next day.
Yeah, I had to do a spa day on Tuesday, and the hotel prices are the highest I've ever seen them. Like, well, yeah, it's the future, and you're staying in a fucking hotel in Hawaii. Did you think it was going to be like staying in a Motel 6 in West Virginia? Did you think those prices were going to compare?
Yeah, no shit.
And like the funniest thing that I found was the dinner reservation thing. Like, I can't get in anywhere until after 9. It's like, yeah, don't eat that at the same 5 fucking tourist restaurants, idiot.
Yeah, no
Drive
shit.
a block down the road to fucking, Mama's Hawaiian Kitchen on the fucking corner, and
Hey.
you'll eat like a king.
Go to the kitchen.
Go to the kitchen. If the kitchen is still there, go to the kitchen.
The kitchen is fucking bomb. At absolute mad respects.
Yeah, and if you don't like
Nice.
it, go out back and fuck yourself.
or,
But that could be fun.
Right to death.
or pay a local too.
Or pay a local to. There's someone there, I'm sure.
Oh, jeez.
So I had heard that when you flew into Hawaii, I don't know if it's still going on, but you had to quarantine for 14 days before you could like actually go and do anything.
I think they lifted that, and I think that's why it's
Okay.
just flooding now.
I think they lifted it as well. But hey, what about like that 2-week paid vacation you get for sitting in a fucking Red Lion or a Comfort Inn hotel quarantine before you catch your flight out?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be before you, because you'd have to do it before you actually even were able to do anything.
Yeah.
So you'd have, if you wanted to have a 1-week stay in Hawaii, you would have actually needed to stay there for 3 weeks. But for that first 2 weeks, you'd be stuck in a hotel room, even though the beach and everything you want to do is, feet away.
Yeah. And that's where you torture people and you put them in fake hotel rooms that are actually in shipping containers on their way back to the mainland.
Nice.
And it just looks like the view from the Grand Wailea. You're like, oh, look, people are playing right outside, honey. We're almost there. We can almost get out. As you pull into San Diego Harbor.
Quarantine containers.
Quarantine containers, yeah. Your
They
room
actually-
is this way, Mrs. Johnson.
They actually put you on a train and then on an actual semi, and you're back in your hometown.
Yeah, just out the way. When your quarantine lives, you're like, anybody ready for some beach time? Oh, fuck, we're home. And then
Well,
you get the
shit.
bill.
Oh, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. But where's the beach? Some guy just throws a bucket of sand in your face and then hands you a bill. You shouldn't have had the shrimp. We don't know how long they've been in this container.
Can I pay in seashells? Jeez, oh man, like
Nice.
horrible idea. I'm never vacationing again.
Or great idea.
Great idea. That's the
I told
future of
you-
vacationing. VR containers.
I told you my idea of a vacation, or at least one that I wanted to do while I had worked, 3 jobs for 2 years and 80 plus hours a week. I wanted to go to a hospital and have them induce a coma and just let me vegetate for like a week.
Heard that. The desensitization chamber, basically.
Yeah, that's the full
yeah,
desensitization. Can you just turn me off for a couple weeks?
Yeah, just let me uncheck for at least 3 days. Just
Yeah.
completely out. Chemically induced coma. I'll be back in like 4 days, guys.
Yeah,
Put
schedule
me-
an extra day just in case when you reboot you need to install an update.
Now we know Kung Fu.
With my luck, it would crash. You know what I mean? Black screen. Shit.
Yeah. How are things? Good on the left side. The right side groupie.
Golly, that's a horrible one.
I think we broke Jeff.
It seemed like a stroke joke, you know. I heard like a stroke joke, like fucking good on the left side, like on the right side. I know some people will take offense to that. I'm here to stand for them.
Fuck some people.
Hey, the
Only on
ones who
occasion.
give you consent.
Right? On occasion and with consent.
On occasion and with consent, fuck some people.
I always get it signed triplicate and take a copy of it. So
So, like, you present a waiver basically to your guest.
In triplicate.
It's not really a bad idea. I mean, granted, like I don't bring anyone home. I always end up at their houses, which is another side tale or whatever. But the waiver thing sounds like good. You know, I mean, okay, here I am, like just being funny, hardy, har. You know, just sign this saying like you never saw me here. We're all good.
Like non-disclosure.
Exactly.
Just have NDAs everywhere you go. How's it going, guys? Good. Just if I'll hang out for a drink if you could just sign this NDA.
It's not a bad idea.
Everywhere you go. Going into the bathroom, there's a dude at the urinal next to you, like, hey, sign this real quick.
Just standing in a stoplight.
Hey, but I know you're taking a piss, but I need you to sign this guy for me.
Take a break.
You know, just use one hand, please.
Just use one hand.
Ooh, that'd be a fun game. How many signatures can you guys get before I can get like 10?
How many NDAs can you get people to sign? Because signatures, that's easy. You could just pretend they're for something special. You know?
Okay.
But if you're talking actually getting people to sign NDAs, that's a fucking that's a good test.
I'm down.
Don't worry about reading the fine print. It's okay.
That's
Just
okay.
sign it.
Basically, you're saying you never saw me, you don't know anything about this, and if you say anything about this interaction, you will be held liable in court. It's just a
Okay.
friendly agreement.
Where you're standing like a stop sign.
Yeah. Exactly. At the crosswalk. Hey, I hate to bother you, but yeah, everyone's got to sign this when they see me. So
You know how mad my fucking bus driver's gonna be? Like when like he's
everyone on the bus.
No, I will not sit down. I have to do this first.
I have to do this first. Do you not understand the importance of a contractual agreement between two adults?
you back there in the back. Either shut up or sign this, all right? I'll be right to you. Oh, let me visit the methadone clinic. So what do I get when I win this bet? Like, I'm like, first to 10.
You get a whole lot of people who can't say anything about the time that you made them sign an agreement.
Probably at least one black eye. I'll get that one.
At least one.
I don't know. That might be hard in Durango. There's not very many black people in that there town.
I think he said black eye.
I did say black eye.
I heard. So yeah, I did not hear that. So.
But
I heard
you
black
did
guy,
point out
not black guy.
you did point out a point. You know.
Well, geez.
I mean, if it wasn't for Safari's family, there'd probably be like even fewer in Durango.
Yeah, more chances for non-disclosure agreements.
There you go.
I'm on this. I'm going to get 10 signatures. I got to find a printer first, though, and I know where to find one. It's just up the road at a buddy's house, which would be like an ordeal. Would be up forever. Plain stupid.
Why don't you just go to the library?
Who uses libraries, nerd?
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
just
I'll
No,
take it.
I do need to go to
nickname
the
you
library.
like Dewey Decimal System, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You don't have to know how that works anymore. You just type it into a computer and it tells you where to go.
What if that's the only way that I know how to make it work?
I guess I'm sure you could probably find some way to make that happen. I don't know.
I'm looking for a book. Have you ever read it or heard of it? It's called 067391. Don't remember the title, but the Dewey Decimal Code, I remember that.
Fuck, I have to remember stupid shit like the histories was like a 200 and like I think geographies was like 300s.
Yeah, and when
I don't
both of
remember.
those were full of lies.
Yeah, geography, that whole thing.
That whole thing, fucking conspiracy-ography, more like it.
Yeah, and, there's no other Earth other than like beyond that horizon line.
That's a ton, and they're all round, but ours is flat and hollow.
Like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
Flat and hollow.
Yeah.
Imagine if somebody already ate the frosting out of an Oreo cookie.
Exactly. That's what the Earth is like.
Gotcha. All right. I'll take that.
Good golly.
Yeah. And all the people running the government are reptiles.
You know how that
Yeah, I
whole
knew
shit
that
started?
one.
David Icke.
That's really close to how it started. But back in the day, with like when photography was advancing still, there'd be frames like where they're trying to like video film people, and like the frames would like stall to where like while it's recording, it'd stall and like kind of shift. And that's how like you get like those reptilian, alien motherfuckers in the 70s.
It's called shape shifting.
It's like more like film shifting, like
Yeah.
frame shifting.
Shape.
Frame.
Shapey frame.
Frame.
A frame is a shape, bro.
And I'm just framing your shape.
Framing your shape. Hey, girl.
Jeez.
No, but that's true. That's where they use the pictures from. I laugh because the QAnon thing. When I heard that stuff, that made me crack up because I realized it was basically someone just took the Reptoid conspiracy and just like rolled white out over all the parts where it said reptile. like the government is full of shape-shifting reptiles from outer space that eat babies in basements.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
the government is full
Take out
of
reptiles.
reptiles, shape-shifting. Okay, the government is full of elite people. Like, damn, that guy was a reptile for sure.
The good old state of Colorado elected a QAnon member.
Oh yeah, we got our crazy in there, and you
Yeah,
know,
that's,
it's because dudes
good old
found her
Boebert.
attractive. That's like got to be 100% of the reason why she got those extra votes, because nothing she's done has sounded intelligent. It's all
Yeah,
crazy,
except
but it's
for-
like that batshit crazy, like, and I say that because it's that batshit crazy you would end up taking home from a bar or going home with
Absolutely.
it sometime, and then realizing like, oh my God, she's crazy, but I think I'm stuck with her. I think I told her she can move in for 4 years.
Well,
I'm sitting
it's
right here,
like-
Dusty. Fucking A.
And then next thing you know, Jeff's living with you.
I mean, it's hard to believe that I'm going to say this, but it's like Sarah Palin, but dumber.
With a touch of crazy. She's like
Wow.
Sarah Palin, but
Yeah.
I feel like Sarah Palin wouldn't break a beer bottle and stab you with it. Totally
So,
feel
like,
like
Sarah-
fucking that chick would.
Jeez.
So, like Palin on bath salts is what we're
Pretty
getting
much.
at.
Pretty much. That's
Yeah.
that's
I agree
actually
with that.
that's actually a pretty firm, good assessment there. Sarah Palin on bath
That'll-
salts.
That'll be the the next campaign slogan.
Yeah, vote
like
for me. I'm
America-
basically Sarah Palin on bath salts.
Well,
Yeah,
as long as
America's
Sarah
sweetheart.
Palin like dials it down to bath salts, I'll be fine with that. Okay. No, she's been off her fucking rocket forever. Like, I can see Russia from my front
Agreed.
porch style.
But I mean, the whole
The commies are invading.
it always
The
gets
commies are
me.
coming. The sky is falling.
The sky is falling. It always gets me when people are blasting off guns in random directions on their ads. Just like, hey, I won't take no shit. Elect me for mayor. Like, damn, have we come that far? Is that
Yeah.
really the prereq? We don't know if he was shooting a person. If he was shooting an animal, I think he ruined the animal. I don't think that animal's there. Was he just shooting off into the middle of nowhere? It doesn't look like he's at a gun range.
Took down
That's
the
what
last
plants
dodo
crave,
bird.
man.
It's what plants crave.
Rondo.
Shotguns. Yeah.
Shotgun to the face, motherfucker.
Shotgun to the face. Why won't my garden grow? I shoot every plant in the face with buckshot.
Speaking of plants, like I found out recently that E.T., like the old school, like fucking Elliot E.T., was based on like organic matter, like plant organic matter. You know, they wanted him to be like more like a mushroom than like an actual like mammal.
Oh, that's why he's so wet.
No, it's because I talked dirty to him.
The talk dirty to him. No, it makes sense. He does have that like fungal, like he seems like he would be squishy and moist. Like if you gave him a hug, it seems like you would want a shower afterwards.
Or you get really fucking high
stop
and healed.
talking about me, all right?
Yeah.
You assholes.
What if it's all
how
sweat
you-
on ET too, and he's just like that's the part of the movie we never get is he just always smells sweaty as fuck.
He probably does. Like there's no way around that.
Yeah,
It's that monster musk, you know?
his whole body is like an
Monster musk.
armpit.
Jesus. Probably has, like,
It's a good thing that came out in the 80s and nobody had like big old cans of Axe body spray spraying down, you know?
Yeah,
And it just smells like a middle school locker room.
I think it shriveled into a really old looking mushroom.
or it'd be like the Gremlins. When you accidentally feed him after midnight, all of a sudden ET would change. Like, what's up, bro? I'm gonna phone your mom. Phone your home.
Oh, it'd be even worse. He'd turn into like the dude bra Karen.
Yeah. E.T. bro down.
I'll yelp about this.
I'll yelp about this. Ah.
God, that'd be horrible. No one ever please spray ET with Axe body cologne.
No. Yeah.
You're being way too nice by calling it cologne. It's body spray, bro. Come
It's
on.
body
Throw
spray.
the picture.
Yeah, they had to drop cologne back in the day after that suit.
Yeah. It wasn't officially made in like Colognes, France.
Yeah. The cologne people pretty much called Axe and they're like, no. This is a body spritz at best.
It's probably over a really shitty colon joke. Oh, you're calling your body spray a colon? Oh, no.
or they had to tone it. They had to tone it down. It's like, well, the original suggestion after cologne was they were going to call it skin cancer in a can, but they let us dial it back to body spray.
I thought it would, be like Donnie's delightful douche dab or something like that, a douche spray.
Dude douche. There you go. That's going to be our million idea. Dude douche. It's a spritzer for under your balls.
No,
Go.
I immediately throw down my ixnay on that. I
Yeah.
veto.
And
Because,
it's like a Glade
dude douche,
plug-in. It just
a
keeps going. Just once every couple hours, just
Can't do dude douche because that reminds me a lot of Double D from back in the day.
dude douche. Yeah.
Double D.
Exactly. We'll have him sponsor it. We'll have a day douche sponsor the dude douche. It's like a mist blowing on my balls once an hour because it's literally a mist of Axe body spray blowing on my balls once an hour.
This is still Jeff vetoing this promotional idea right now. Please, for fuck's sake.
Oh, come on. We'll get a jet ski for the commercial.
Hey, and just because you have to wear an anal plug doesn't make it gay, okay?
Yeah. Well, that's the only way we could figure out to keep it in. It was either that or taint
Oh,
tape.
yeah.
And we hadn't patented taint tape yet. But now we have. Get your all new Holly Boys taint tape. Double-sided tape for your taint.
No, we could go bobbing for plugs instead of bobbing for apples. Like I've never tried to go underwater and find plugs with my teeth. Okay, I'm on board.
Right on. See, we changed his mind. Now for the masses, okay?
Yes, now it's for everybody.
The
It's like
DD.
Douche.
Oh my god. Well, at least we're still talking about food. That's for sure.
Well, are we though?
I was talking
I
about
think
biting
so.
and pulling things out of.
Oh yeah, I guess you were talking about eating butt plugs. So
Well, not eating, not digesting,
not digesting,
not gesticulating.
just swishing them around in the mouth for a little while. What's so weird about that?
I find nothing weird with that.
We live in a world where we're not supposed to put butt plugs in our mouth. What are we supposed to put in our mouth?
no,
Real
you don't want to
question.
know.
I was actually trying to think of how to batter a popsicle with Nerds candies, to like the Nerds don't like explode like when you batter like that fucking popsicle with, but once it hits like the high temperature of your mouth and it releases like the fucking whatever magical science they have in Nerds. It starts like popping, and you have like a fucking cold popsicle right there, ready for you.
I think you're thinking of Pop Rocks
Yeah,
with the pop.
you're right. Pop Rocks, not Nerds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, nerds are better.
Nerds are better. Nerd. Why don't you go eat your nerds in the library?
So I saw the most disgusting thing. Well, it's not the most disgusting thing I can think of or have already seen, but it was up there, top 10. This guy that's really known for like frying things, he came up with the fried Oreo back in the day. He's frying saltwater taffy. Deep fried saltwater taffy.
Well, I would take that over a deep fried Oreo, and I've gone through like the fucking frying all the candies like fucking phase or whatever, Deep fried Oreos, it's okay, it works. I see what it's doing, but actually, like the fucking saltwater taffy, like as a fucking molten middle of a battered object, that sounds fucking delicious.
Oh, that sounds awful to me.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
more
I
on
don't
the
want
Oreo
some
train.
weird fruit flavored lava in
It
my
could
mouth.
be good. Yeah, and you'd have to let it cool though, and then the fried would be weird.
There's a specific range of temperature that you want to attack this beast at, and I'm sure it's below 86 degrees and above 78 degrees.
I will not sign on for that one. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah. The first time I tried to deep fry a candy bar, we didn't know to batter it or anything. We literally just like we heard about deep fried candy bars, and we threw it in the fryer, and it was a Baby Ruth, right? And so I caught it after a couple of seconds. I caught it and pulled it up and got it out of the fryer, and so like it didn't melt to anything, but it had melted, and so we managed to, and it was the best like joke for the morning guys too. I managed to coil it around while it was still hot, so it was just a perfect little fucking poop coil. And we had corn. We stuck some pieces of corn in it, and then put it in a 9th pan, and labeled it coiled turd, or it was either coiled turd or human shit. Just like left it on top of the line for the morning guy to come in, and when he's in the middle of unwrapping like tomatoes, 417. Okay, those are fresh. Coiled turd. Fuck, what?
Thankfully, I was not the opening guy that shift.
Oh, that would have been awesome though. Because then we could hear the reaction. I always wanted to know exactly what the reaction was. I know there was a lot of like, what the fuck? And then the realization that it wasn't human shit. It was actually a candy bar.
God, it's like that fucking...
And then he ate it.
With the corn in it and all.
It's like that one fucking...
Chocolate covered corn,
80s
buddy.
movie where like, you just have the candy bar floating throughout the pool and everybody gets out.
Yeah, exactly. Someone shat in the pool.
I don't know.
There's a turd in the punch bowl.
I do believe one of my favorites was playing it on a coworker in the mornings, like with shit like that, was extracting the egg and egg yolk out of shells and replacing it with Kool-Aid purple mayonnaise to put back in the egg. So, I mean, let me just clarify here real quick. There was an In-N-Out program which offered like free hypodermic needles. It's not like carry one around every fucking time, you know.
You got that mayo needle on you.
And
I need my fix.
second of all, and Dusty will attest to this one, I'm always a proponent of keeping at least Kool-Aid in the kitchen, if not Gatorade like powder.
Oh yeah, you need drink. You need some drink. In the
Yeah,
kitchen.
you know, some purple drink, you know, some fucking tropical drink, you know. You need some drink in the kitchen. And so, like, using like this fucking hypodermic needle, I'd remove like the egg embryo and whites from random different like cartons in the whole case of eggs we have, and to replace that with Kool-Aid mixed mayonnaise by using the same hypodermic syringe and putting that right back into the
See,
egg.
and that's how the eggs got hepatitis.
Okay. Yeah,
You
you're
never
probably
use
right.
the same needle, bro.
It's probably why chicken prices are so high right now.
Exactly. Chicken AIDS.
But oh geez, you ever see like a brunch
Chicken prices are expensive in Colorado right now. It's super cheap here in Arizona.
Do you want to smuggle some chickens?
I mean, I
You want
guess
to
I
become a
could.
chicken smuggler?
Yeah, grab me some wine so you could like feel dignified about yourself.
Yeah. I got a truck full of chickens, and if I don't get it to Colorado, I'm gonna lose $10K.
But throw one bottle of wine from Maynard's Distillery in there, and
And
You'll
one
be
of his
classy.
chickens. If he's got chickens, kill one of his chickens.
I think he's more of a duck grower. Actually, I
Well-
watched some fucking weird drone camera things.
I bet he's got a chicken or two. I've watched drone That's when you start to hit the stalker level of fan. I've watched drone camera footage of his house. He didn't know the drone was there, but he didn't need to.
Well, fuck it, it's the internet. I got access.
Yeah.
I pay for access to the internet.
Everyone's got access to pictures of Maynard's house.
All right, so here's a
He's
pretty
got
funny
mostly
one.
ducks, but one chick. Yeah.
I am about 85% confident in the source where this story comes from. But like for a time there,
Okay.
I was hanging out around Sedona. It was a long couple summers or whatever. I don't know. Maybe
Sure.
like one. When you're out there, like it's just hot and you're not staying in town, so you go to town like every now and then. But otherwise, you're just hot and like fucking walking around like finding like crazy cool shit out in the fucking desert, you know. But when I was in that like whole fucking spree of mine, there was a fellow I met who claimed to have got pulled away from a very big house party he was throwing in Cottonwood. You know, I mean, this is way back, maybe 2001, I guess. Like that makes sense before like default. All right, either which way, he got called.
2001?
20, it was
Oh,
20
I-
aught one.
20
I
odd
It
understand
was
what you're
20
saying.
aught one.
Good old 2001. I understand now.
Yeah.
Took me a second. A little slow on the uptake.
No worries. However, this fellow was dealing illicit drugs at the time and had to take a very large quantity of illicit drugs to a very important client that he had in the neighborhood. And so, like, he's like, dude, I can't leave my house right now. I got a huge house party going on. Like, you have no idea. And basically, the client doubled the price, you know. No, you make a delivery. You know, you got the best shit, whatever. And so this guy, like, makes this really long zigzag, like, climb up the mountain in his, like, little fucking Jeep to this very important clientele's house. And he gets, like, to this place, and he knocks on the door, and a little guy, shaven head, in a green plaid, like fucking tuxedo style, like fucking suit, answers the door, like, "Oh, we've been waiting for you." All right, cool. Like my buddy, like, still in a hurry because his house is full, like fucking people doing all of his drugs, you know. And like, yeah, all right, cool. And so like, this little guy brings like him in like this huge, like kind of cathedral style, like fucking living room setting, you know, with like fucking Bengal like carpet rugs on like one side, but on the other side you have like fucking, you know, nice like fucking plush chairs. Over there you have like fucking a beanbag chair straight from the 70s, you know, like one of the huge ones, you know. But in the very middle of all this shit, like there was this very predominant throne like fucking chair, and a person sitting in there with his leg draped over one like fucking armchair. This person just says, "You got my shit?" And my boy's like, still like, "Yeah, dude, serious. Like, that's a long ass drive down here. Like, I gotta get back to my place, you know." And it's really kind of a long, zigzaggy, like up the side of a mountain style fucking drive, you know. It's like, "Well, fine, drop my shit. You want a line?" And boy's like, "Fucking whatever gets me back down there." Looks at this fellow who spot this whole shit. Is like, "Holy shit, you're fucking."
He was a vampire. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Keith Richards.
It was Keith Richards as a
He's
vampire.
7,000 years old.
Please tell me your friend got turned into a vampire and now he lives as a creature of the night. So it's a weird story, about 85% true, but I did see him drain someone's blood. So
We are almost very there. Like, that's halfway true. It turns out the guy on the throne was not the celebrity he thought it was. However, the guy in the plaid fucking suit with the bald head who pretended to be Butler was a celebrity, and they bought a shit ton of illicit drugs and went on to record an album.
I'm guessing Moby and what's his name, Paul Schaefer. The little gremlin guy. I could totally see that. You're just coming in. Just Moby's playing. Leg up on the throne.
Jeez, oh.
So randomly, I got a call from one of the local people that frequent the bar I used to work at and live above, and I found it pretty comical that they didn't know that I'd left Durango, and they were wondering why they hadn't seen me in like 6 months.
Where you been, buddy? Yeah.
Was it something I said? I mean, I'm still here. Like, just Timmy never comes around anymore.
And yeah, I was like, yeah, well, I destroyed my knee, had 2 surgeries, and COVID happened, and I had to move back to Arizona. So
shit went
I
down.
apologize. I apologize for not being there for you, but
This is 16 months later,
around.
mind you.
Yeah.
16 months later. Jeez. They must be earning like solid money to afford a buzz that good to where they did not know you skipped town like 16 months ago.
Well, it hasn't been quite 16 months. I left like towards the end of July, middle of July, I think.
Yeah, you're
Beginning
almost
to
on
middle
a
of
year.
July. Yeah.
Well, when it comes to like my Timmy anxiety separation whole thing, you've been gone for like 3 years at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
30.
it's like a dog year, right?
Exactly. I mean, what do I do? Like, I try to call people, and like, I just end up like calling family, and like they're all concerned about me and shit. Where's my Timmy?
Like, who's Timmy, Jeff?
Shut up, Bob. I'm just gonna call you Timmy.
I'm gonna call you Timmy. Put on the beard I sent to you.
The poorly crocheted beard I made for you.
Crocheted beard. It is crocheted out of beard hair. That's the weird part.
I don't know. I think I could make that work. Okay, Timmy,
fake
give
beard
me
hair.
your shit because I need at least 6 inches to start with.
That's what she said.
Uh,
Oh, jeez. Well,
it's just like the camera angle, you know what I mean? It's deceiving.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot
That's
smaller
3
in real
inches
life.
when you zoom up. Yeah.
It's a lot smaller in real life, I promise.
Yeah.
I don't want to make jokes that direction. Holy shit. I was about to go someplace and I realized I've been there since I was 8.
It looked all huge.
Uh-oh.
Then I put away the mirror and fanned away the smoke.
You don't have a fog machine in your
You
bedroom?
know, the fog machine. It's all about the mirror angles.
Dun, 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 dun. Fog machine.
Fog
Strobe lights. Dun, dun,
Strobe
dun.
lights. Maze of mirrors.
All right. This is the absolute best weapon I have to get the fucking cat out of my room. Fog machine and mirrors.
Fog machine and mirrors. Yeah. Look into this mirror and question what you are. Yeah.
Holy jeez, oh. Well, fuck, gents. I want to take a break. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, I think it's been a fun little ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a skip and a skiff and all that jazz.
For a skip and a skiff. You're turning British on us here, Jeff.
My mind wanders overseas.
Yeah.
Well, either which way, hey, thanks everybody for checking us out again.
Yeah, thanks for listening, listeners.
I swear, we'll go back to the guests at some point in time.
One of these days.
The three of us will find some random person who's so bored or lonely.
Yeah.
He wants
Next week on the show, Homeless Bill. How you doing, Homeless Bill? Hungry.
We should get Jerry to come on.
We could arrange that. He's an old fucking gunslinger. You know what I mean?
I don't know how that's going to work with tying into the food industry, but it could be interesting.
That would be an idea. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Guess? Should we have a rando who is not in the food industry, hang out with us for an hour?
Should we branch out our guest pool and take people who've been chewed up and spit out from anywhere?
Or maybe Bobby Flay will finally fucking be less of a pussy and call in. Just fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Tune in next week to figure out if Bobby Flay gets fucked.
No, Bobby got flayed. We're gonna go for that one. It sucks to be so bored or so lonely that you don't want to come hang out with us, Bobby.
Yeah, he thinks he's too cool.
I mean, bring your buddy Keanu along, and he could be a guest judge.
Yeah.
1 out of 3.
Yeah.
Hey, and you guys are only an hour away from Telluride, so you can go, slum it in Durango for a little bit, and then go hang out with your buddies in T-Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you guys do in the steam showers.
Yeah, whatever.
Take it up there.
But
it's a blow bath and a steam job,
Yeah. Yeah. Twitter people, help us with this too. Tell Bobby to get off his fucking ass. Get down to Durango to get it kicked.
I mean, his number one opponent, the pizza guru that we have in town, is getting bored and tired and might just even stop trying to show Bobby Flay how to make a pizza.
Yeah.
Which leaves me in the fucking the backup slot.
Yeah. Which I mean, and it's gonna he's gonna retire as champion because Bobby's bitch ass didn't show for the contest. So
And then you know what else I haven't said in a while is ranch fucking dressing, buddy.
Hey, I don't think we've said that once tonight. That's a good call. We've gone episodes without saying ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't talk about
it's
Chipotle
America
ranch.
Runs on ranch, all right? America runs on ranch.
Yeah. That's what you use to make the prosciutto stick.
Jesus.
You don't sweat ranch dressing like I do?
Sweat ranch dressing.
Prosciutto stick and Hidden Valley sounds like a very fantastical, romantic, Broadway play.
Prosciutto stick in the Hidden Valley sounds like a 70s knockoff food porn. Just a porn director sitting there and I know 4 food words. We're going to put them together and make people fuck.
On Broadway. As long as it's on Broadway.
On Broadway. I've got a new hit show on Broadway. Prosciutto stick in the Hidden Valley.
But it's an underpass, but it's the underpass on Broadway.
It's the underpass on Broadway. So.
And overtaxed.
Yeah.
Don't mind the rats, honey. They're all right.
They're all right. They're actually the paying customers.
Fucking where's my pen, Dusty? I've never written a musical before, but...
Yeah. Pin down a musical. Rap it with prosciutto. Yeah. And now I've got an erection. Yay!
On that note, I don't know why I hang out with these two fuckers, but folks, I'm glad you're listening.
Oh, yeah. I hope you're having fun. Tell us if you like it. And tell us if you don't, but we're more likely to listen to the first one, so.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, later, guys.
Later.